I need a new mic, bro. All right. This video, bros and grows. I don't know. That was bros and grows. We are gonna talk about accountability and why it's so important to have accountability. And that is something I didn't have in the past. Accountability is something I learned recently, but it's one of the things that once I learned about it, I started losing a lot of people in my life. It's every man should have accountability. Every man should have accountability for the actions. Usually, especially in relationships, usually when something goes wrong in relationships, I never look at it one side. I I don't even look, of course you look at the things the other person might have done to you, but that's not growth. Growth is every relationship or relationship that ended, I always look at what I did to cause that to happen. And that because of that, growth happens. Apologizing is not weakness. I will say that again. Apologizing for something you did or hurt somebody in the past is not weakness. It's not. But you also got to watch out for people who never apologize back. People who don't have accountability. That is a reason I cut off a lot of people in my life, because I noticed in most of my life, I never really, no matter, like, even when I knew they did something wrong, or you know what I'm saying, I will always be the bigger man every time. I would always be the one to apologize and tell them what I did wrong, why I did the things I did, so we can get to understand, so we can grow this relationship. You know what I'm saying? So we can love each other for our flaws. Because we're not perfect. We're gonna make mistakes, but there are certain people out there who just put the blame on you for everything, for all of it, everything. They'll just blame you. They'll blame you for everything. And not only that, they'll never apologize. Dude, most of the friends that I had to let go last year, this year, they never apologized to me ever, to anything. And I always apologize to them. And once I sat and thought and prayed and realized this, I just kind of just disappeared, because you don't want to be around people who don't have accountability for their actions at all. Accountability is not even for the other person. Saying I'm sorry, apologizing. Especially, it don't matter how long too. It could be like I had it wasn't even a relationship, but I was talking to someone like maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, and I didn't, and like when we departed, I would always think, man, what did I do wrong and all this good stuff. And I never got to say this in person to them, but uh I texted them because I ain't never seen them in person for a minute, and I apologize. I also took accountability for my actions. I still haven't got back to them, but honestly, once I did that, relief came down on me. I felt more of a man. I felt more like, like it's like all the troubles washed away. I feel holy, man. I can't explain it. I feel at peace. That's the word. I feel at peace because I realized what my mistakes, and I realized what I did, and now I learned from my mistakes, and I had accountability. Even when things didn't go right with my friends and stuff, I'll always be like, this is why I did this and stuff, or I'm not working right in the head right now. I will always go to them and be like, and anytime, because sometimes I'll go too far, what I'm saying? I'll overreact. I overreact. I had mental illness problems. I still kind of do, but I will always be like, I always had accountability, and that's what real growth is. As long as you have that, you can grow. And if it's their choice to distance yourself from you too, that's fine. But as long as you have that accountability, you don't know where your head's at too. Like, it wasn't you're never there for malicious intent. There are people who come to your life just to do evil. Like their purpose is to put you down. You got to stay away from people like that. Those are usually the people who never say sorry, who never apologize, who never have accountability for their actions. Even if you confront them, they'll still never apologize. Like, people like that, you got to just distance yourself away from them. And I'm telling you, it just goes a long way. It just goes a long way. Being a better man, being a better person. And you realize, like, like, because it looks, I don't understand, like, how are you gonna grow if you don't try to fix your mistakes? You're just gonna stay the same your whole entire life. You're just gonna act like everything you do is right. You get what I'm saying? You see how, like, how weird that sounds? That, like, I think of a person, right? And he's like, he's like in his 30s or something. Or it could be a woman, man, it don't matter who he is. They're like an adult, you know what I'm saying? And all their relationships, bro, they just they always thought, they'll gossip to you and be like, oh yeah, he did this, like, without once saying one thing that he might have done wrong during the relationship. You start to question. It's like, yeah, it's always those people, like, like, you could say the other things too, but it's like, I'm pretty sure you had some wrong in it too. What did you do? You know what I'm saying? Like, they always look at the other person as the enemy, and it's like, sometimes you make mistakes too. I've made mistakes on plenty of my relationships, and the ones that I know that I did, I'm trying to make amends to this day, if I can get a hold of the people. And it sucks. It sucks. They might not forgive you. They might not forgive you. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? The message is not for them, it's for you to grow. Telling them about, like, taking accountability. Messing with these, you see. and I wasn't sure if my volume was going down or up, but yeah, like, I got what I was saying, man, because of this name, Mike. But have accountability. It don't matter, man. We're real on here. We're raw, and it just goes a long way. It really does. Stop being the person. Stop blaming everybody. Look at yourself for once. Please look at yourself for once, because you are not perfect. You are not perfect. If you were perfect, you don't even want to be perfect. Why would you want to be perfect? You can't teach anybody nothing if you're perfect. If you imagine someone being 100% perfect, bro, and you wouldn't have no flaws. There'll be nothing to love. There'll be nothing to hate. There'll be nothing to. People just. It's just weird, bro. I couldn't imagine being 100% perfect. And what is perfect? What makes you perfect? Come on, man. We all have. That's why I love, like, each person has their likes and dislikes, and that's what makes us human. But that's not what this is about, man. Like, yeah, quick video. That's all I wanted to talk about. Please, y'all, if there's some people from the past that you did something wrong, and you letting your pride get in the way, or because you just think like you're always right and stuff, there's something wrong with you. Please look at yourself. Please look at yourself. Because I do. I know I did wrong. Please look at yourself, y'all. It is not weakness. It is not weakness to go back to the person you thought you hurt and just like even if you haven't done, even if you know, like even if you haven't done most of the things, just by telling them what you knew you did wrong is growth for yourself. Thank you, y'all. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Love God, man. And just keep living, keep creating. Peace.